Thoughts and Friends podcast, episode 91, Bachelorette recap. What episode was that? 6? Is that episode 6?
That was week 6.
I have no idea.
8, 5, 4?
It feels we're going to Hometowns episode week 7. That feels early. I thought that was usually like week 9. Oh no, week 8 because we have to still do like the after the final, like the final meetup at the end, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because they'll do like hometowns and then they'll go back on a destination. But hometowns might take 2 weeks this year because they have so many.
Oh yeah, good point. And then we got to do fantasy suites.
Well, okay, so don't get ahead of yourself. We gotta
That's next though, right?
Is it
after hometowns, right?
No,
the final
no.
3.
It goes from 4 to 3.
You know what?
Right?
Yes, because then it goes. Yeah. It goes. They meet their parents during the day portion. Okay.
Yeah.
Because the guy.
Pick it up, Bobbie. Energy. Come on. No yawning.
I'm trying.
It's 9 o'clock. Figure it out.
It's 9:30. I had to wait forever for you to
6.
pinch it off. Anyway, I think that hometowns is going to take 2 weeks, and then we're going to see at least 1 and maybe 2 weeks of fantasy suite, like meet the parent type things, and then we'll get the finale with the after the final rose. We better get after the final rose. I'm sure we will.
Yeah, the timeline's going to be all screwed up. That's what I mean. That's what I meant. The tell-all.
I just keep telling myself, how's this going to work with 2 bachelorettes?
You know, one of these episodes they're going to let us find out.
Asking myself that. How's this going to work with 2 bachelorettes?
How do you still have questions about that? How do you still have questions about that?
I was making a little joke, you know.
We know.
I mean, like we said, you know, you said we're going to do this a little differently, having 2 episodes of hometowns. That's different. So
yeah,
how's that going to work? Are they going to do one?
I was operating.
We're literally discussing how it's going to work right now.
I was operating on like the normal 10-week schedule, so that just might not be a thing because it's going to be totally.
Yeah, because I mean, if it's 6, and Bobbie's math, I think, would be right there. What she said, what she laid out, that makes the most sense. Probably
we could have like 12 or 13. We could have a lot of weeks.
Yeah, maybe they'll just go longer. I doubt it. Maybe they will. I don't know.
I don't think they'll go longer.
We got a lot of content this episode. I don't know if you guys agree or disagree. I was going to ask you guys because I wasn't totally sure, but I mean, last week was a total snoozer, but this week we've got some stuff to discuss. Some things happened.
I have notes. I have a lot of notes. I wrote a lot of stuff down.
Notes.
Kick it off.
I have notes too.
I think we start out. The first thing of note, Nate had a date with Gabby, and it was hard to watch.
Is that what you call it? Is that what you call it?
Okay, so I will say
2 friends going for a stroll.
As soon as they said, like, Zach and Nate both get, right, it was Zach. That's his name, right? Yep. Mm-hmm. As soon as they said that they were each getting a second one-on-one, I was like, they're donezo. I thought they were both donezo. I was wrong. Oh my gosh, I yawn so much. I think it's because I'm thinking about it now. I'm just yawning very.
You're thinking about Zach.
You're so in your head.
Yeah.
Right.
Honestly, Zach is so boring. And I feel like he's just so like, he's an actor on a TV show. You can't convince me otherwise.
They revealed something in the preview that I want to talk about. We'll talk about that later. Let's talk about Nate first. Let's stay on track. As soon as they went on this date, and Gabby had her little talk where she's like, I don't think I'm ready to be a mom. You're like, oh, God, you got to fucking – it's like, I don't know if you know the scene in Goodfellas when he thinks he's going to be a made man. He walks into the room and they shoot him in the fucking face.
Yeah. Oh, it's exactly what – a few people will get that maybe, listen to this, but that's exactly what it is.
Yeah. That was exactly like that scene.
Just walking –
you think it's going to be the best, an awesome time, and it reveals that it is, in fact, the absolute worst fucking time. That is basically what the analogy I'm trying to make is.
Yeah.
Not fun for Nate, probably.
Well, okay, let's keep on the Nate topic because I don't know if you all saw the hot content that hit the old TikTok and the old Twitter feeds this week, but Nate is a confirmed little fuckboy.
Oh,
yeah.
Maybe not so waterworks for Nate then. What do we?
Right.
Not the sweetheart we all thought.
Someone was chopping onions, but Okay, so this is the thing. One girl said she dated Nate for over a year and had no idea about his kid until she watched this show. She did not know he had a kid.
I've heard
And
that.
then
I heard about that too. How is that possible?
Obviously,
he
he's
might
not
not be a
very
good dad.
active in the kid's life. Maybe.
Well,
I
it
know.
seems like he's head over heels for this little girl. Like it's the
Well,
best thing that ever
obviously.
happened to him.
Yeah, I mean, you
Maybe they
have
had a
to for the
breakthrough.
show. Yeah, maybe. God, that is so bizarre. Like, because he's so nice on the show, and he's so seems so kind, but
yeah, but
to
like
be able to like switch that or not really have those wires fire is a little odd.
Gross.
So
Yeah.
that was an issue. And then there was another girl that came out of the woodworks basically saying that timelines were overlapping. And so like either he wasn't faithful or he was applying for the show while they were together or whatever. So it'll be interesting because that's probably not going to be brought to light at all. And those girls were like trying to have their 5 minutes, I'm sure, but just interesting to note that he also went home this week.
Yeah. Obviously, we don't know
thinking.
the source, but I don't want to also discredit the source. I have no reason to believe or not believe these girls. I mean, how much clout are you getting off of saying that? Like a guy that got 7th place in the Bachelorette. Like, who gives a shit?
Right.
Yeah, I don't know how they'll handle this in the recap or in the end of season thing. Because, like, at some point, you got to think about the daughter. Like, it's not fair to her to air all this shit out. Like, that's like the person that this will fuck up. So they'll probably say nothing about it, like you said, Bobby.
Yeah.
Probably.
Or he just won't go. You know what I mean? Like if he thinks that that's going to be like a big point of discussion, I could see him just not going.
Man, so do we think this was all an act? His whole shtick of being a nice, lovey, Care Bear of a guy?
Give him the Oscar. I don't think so. I mean,
I don't think so, because even the other guys in the house were like talking about him.
Yeah, you knew, and even before we move on, even before you said you knew, they hung around on Logan and I think it was Johnny talking about Nate and talking about how much he loves his daughter and talking about how much his daughter means to him, and they don't know if Gabby's ready to be a mom, and they're probably having a tough conversation. They hung around on that conversation so long. I was like, this guy is dead.
Mm-hmm.
This guy's so screwed.
Like, it felt like Logan was literally reading a teleprompter. He was like,
it was like, talk about Nate and how much he loves his daughter.
Nate is, yeah. And I was just like, bro, we're not going to do this right now with Logan out of all fucking people.
Seemed very deliberate of them to conveniently drop that in there.
I will say, whenever we are on the verge of getting some spicy content, like we were an episode away of getting some baby mama drama action, and they're one episode away with all this stuff, and they just ripped the rug right out from under us. If this is all true, fuck Nate. He can go fuck himself. But would have been some interesting content if Nate had gotten to hometown. I think from a producer standpoint, they were certainly rooting for him to make it another round.
Yeah, I agree.
Probably fair. I do want to say right before Nate goes on his date to start us off, I got to talk. Jesse comes in, and this guy, he's a puppet. He's just like, he says the most obvious stuff. He's like, ladies, I just like to check in on you. I know it's a lot of emotional stuff. It's very difficult and tough. It's like, could you just say any more like canned stuff? He's just like a robot. He's so brutal.
Yeah.
He's so media trained that he like can't even exist.
Yeah, that's basically probably right. Yeah.
In my brain, I bet this is exactly how he is in real life. He probably talks the exact same way. I would imagine he is exactly like he is on this show. I don't know why I get that sense. He is just like so well spoken to a point that it's like a fault.
Yeah. And I feel like he was a little bit more hosty this episode. Like we saw him a little bit more, I felt like.
He was
probably listen to the pod because they involved him a lot more after we were like, this guy doesn't even need to be on the fucking show. But we had a lot of strange circumstances this week, or I guess one in particular. I guess is that what we want to go to next? Well, no, let's go chronologically, let's talk Zach's date with Rachel. The most boring man on the goddamn planet. I was scrolling TikTok the entire time. Sorry if I missed anything, but I don't think I did.
He feels like a robot.
But
just programmed to say whatever he needs to say.
This reveal I got at this promo for the next episode has completely changed. I don't know what to think of Zach. I have many thoughts. We'll talk about it.
Okay.
Well, let's just
cliffhanger. No,
nope.
Leave it at a cliffhanger.
Listen to the rest of the episode. I'm going to talk about it in a little bit. I've got
takes.
some big time tinfoil hat stuff with Zach.
Okay.
But I also think after this episode, he has a pretty good chance to win, I think. Because Tino had a bad episode, but did he have a bad producer episode that made him look bad?
I think that Tino had to hit a character arc of some sort. We've only loved Tino. We had to have some adversity to know if we really love Tino.
Tino did act like kind of a smug little bitch. You cannot lie.
He did a little bit.
He's like, I didn't. He threw a fucking hissy fit when he didn't get the rose.
Yeah, triple B.
A triple B.
B cubed. Yeah. I mean, he acted like a little bitch. I don't think that's an edit. I mean, that's just what he did. So I don't know.
For one, I respected that shit. I was like, damn, I think he might actually like her.
Yeah, I think he does. But he's a little seeming a little entitled. Like he doesn't realize that these aren't I get it's totally understandable to be like, damn, I thought that went really great. It sucks that wasn't mine. But you get what you're into right now. You know what show you're on.
He's in his feels.
Yeah. It's all right.
I don't know if I've ever seen that. A guy that reacted that poorly to not getting a rose. Usually any other time someone is so sure they're going to get a rose, they get their comeuppance very quickly. Yeah. But I don't know. I do think he just is very competitive too, which I think it's hard not to have that, even though it is like an actual human relationship in theory. So you probably should keep a little bit of that in. But yeah, it's hard not to just obviously compare yourself to the other guys the entire time. And for being honest, fucking what's his dick that did get it? The little
Tyler,
the little boy, dude. Whatever his name is. Sneaky kind of jacked though. I was surprised about that.
Yeah,
kind of
rocking bod. So maybe Rachel superficial maybe.
Yeah,
loves
a good ab.
I feel like yes, he's a really cute guy. Seems really sweet. But I feel like he's in a little too deep for us not to have seen so much of a relationship forming. I don't feel like we've seen enough of them for him to be like, oh my God, I am falling in love with her. I can't wait to bring her home to my mom. I was kind of surprised.
I feel like we're talking Tyler, right?
Talking about Tyler?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah,
I feel like we've definitely seen more of her and Avon and more of her and Tino, and now to this point, a lot more of her and Zach. So yeah, I think he's for sure behind those as far as what they've shown us.
So yeah, because Zach, I definitely feel like is sneaking up in there. For everyone was so focused on Tino that I think that Zach and Tino will probably be the top two, if I had to guess.
Yeah, I would be pretty surprised at this point if Tyler or who else is Avon. I don't see it. Seems like from pretty early, we see her feelings are strongest for those two.
Yeah, I agree.
Personality-wise, they're very different, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah.
True.
Zach is very, very kind, conformist, sort of do whatever she says, and Tino's very,
Tino reminds me more of her dad.
Strong personality, a little pushing his own thoughts and feelings on stuff.
Not much from their date. They were in that tulip field, which looked cool, I guess. They were in a hot tub out there, which is just weird. I don't know.
All Rachel's dates, they just have to fill time with her making out.
Yeah. It's tough.
She makes out for so long. We need to get a timer next episode. How long is spent talking? How long is spent just sucking face?
That could be a funny TikTok. You should effort that.
All right. Well, it seems like a lot of work, but yeah,
it does seem like a lot of work.
You'll be working regardless.
Yeah. Yeah.
Other than that, I don't have anything about like just some quotes that they said. He's like, I don't know. He continues to impress her.
Said he's fallen in love with her. That was
he did. She did not.
Big turn.
Did not say it back.
Yeah, that's tough. Yeah, I mean, it's indicative of the thing. We have nothing to say about it. I don't remember anything that happened. It was very boring.
Yeah. I don't even remember the evening portion. Oh, the evening portion. They went to that like thing. There was violins.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a kind of a. It's the classic. It's a classic evening like dinner. So like, tell me your worst thing that's ever happened to you. You just started like, go ahead with. That's like what they do.
I got relationship problems. I go to therapy. I'm depressed. Okay. Yep.
Yeah, he was overweight. He was overweight. He told that story, and he got in better shape. Went to therapy, working on loving himself more. That whole bit.
And he also expressed that his family was not accepting of a few of his exes. Is that right? A few guys said that.
That was, I think, Avon. Avon said that but Zach might have also. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that he mentioned that there was like something there, like some sort of disagreement, because I remember Rachel being like, "Oh, I'm kind of nervous," and I remember, yeah. But yeah, overall boring. And then the next was the group dates, right?
The opposite of boring.
What about the dominatrix?
Dominatrix sexy time with Gabby's guys.
I thought that was fun.
I think this was the most fun, most interesting group date of the season so far. Absolutely.
Yeah. I felt like it was a lot better than doing like a stupid ass scavenger hunt that it feels like they do every fucking season about this time. So we didn't get a scavenger hunt, which I was very excited about. And we definitely saw more of Johnny. And I feel like pretty good about Johnny. I think that maybe next episode we get some crazy shit out of old Johnny.
He did not confirm or deny that he had sex with hundreds of women.
That's true. He did not say no.
He did the classic like 20, and he's like 30, 40, 100?
100?
And then he was
I cannot confirm nor deny.
That could have just been some good television.
I think Johnny
Fox. That's a tough
Johnny Fox?
Johnny's from Florida. Johnny Fox.
Yeah, I think he does. Maybe he's never mind.
I think that his eyebrows are a little too manicured for a man. I'm willing to look past that, but it is something that I think about. Yeah.
That's big of you. Yeah.
Any man that is that vain probably fucks. That's
that's
usually how that works. Or he's hiding something. But he probably just fucks.
He might just fuck.
Could be both. One thing about this one, if you were a square, you got fucking exposed. Jason and the army guy that went home exposed.
Spencer.
They were so uncomfortable. Yeah, Jason I kind of feel bad for because he's like just shy to be on the show, and now it's like, you gotta like.
I'm getting whipped cream on. I'm getting whipped cream on my nipples.
TV. See those nips, drip some hot oil on you. No,
I don't want to clamp them nipples, boy.
Maybe the opposite. Maybe Eric and Johnny were a little too comfortable. They could go either
that's
way.
Back to back. We see. You said we've seen a lot of Johnny. Last episode, he was getting whipped with eucalyptus or whatever that was in that like beer bathhouse thing, and now he's getting whipped. What was it? Whatever, dude. I can't remember. But anyways, he's getting whipped in back-to-back episodes. I think Johnny's a freak.
Mm-hmm. I think Eric threw a little line in there too about how he like enjoys.
I'll try anything twice.
Yeah, that's what he said. So those two, if
he got whipped again in his off screen, like the camera thing.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And then when Johnny did that little like barking bit, when Johnny was like, and was like whipping himself on the butt, Bruce heard it and just started growling, like thought it was a dog.
Anyone doesn't know, Bruce is Bobbie's dog. Probably everyone listening to this knows Bruce. He's famous. When is Bruce going to get his own Instagram, or does he already? And I just don't know.
Bruce
is a bridge too far.
You take more pictures of him than of yourself.
Right, so it's like we share an Instagram.
He already does, basically.
Yeah. It's like the couples that share an Instagram. That's just like me and Bruce.
You should change it, Bruce and Bobbie.
That would be funny.
That's actually kind of funny.
Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. Anything else from the sex dungeon? What would your safe word be? Do you already have a safe word?
Yeah, easy.
Albuquerque was a funny one because it reminds me of that So Raven episode. Did anyone ever watch that So Raven?
I did. I don't.
It was
know
on in my
what
house. My
reference you're
sister
making.
watched it a lot.
Where Corey, Raven's little brother, got
Mhm.
hypnotized in his. Oh, I think that was not Albuquerque. I think it was like something
Come
else.
on.
But it reminded me of that. But yeah, and then Jesse comes in straight dropping bombs right after their fun little S&M date.
Logan's got COVID. I think your karma did this, Bobbie. You gave Logan COVID.
How dare you?
Good.
Pretty fucked
So
up.
he's just gone. He's just out. You're just like, you're out.
So
Here's what go ahead, Bobbie.
they glazed right over.
It's
that.
like he's just gone.
They never
Yeah.
said like he's off the show. They just
No.
said he had COVID.
Because
They did
we've
not
seen
say that.
on the beach, him and Jesse, like, you got to pack your bags. We still don't know what that's about, but I'm sure he's gonna be like, hey, I still want in.
Yeah,
so
because like it's not just like a mistake in editing. Like they obviously knew that they didn't say he's off the show. So I mean, I assume,
but then Gabby said it. Gabby was like, his journey's done here.
Yeah, she did.
She said that, and I was like, wait, what the fuck? Like, did I miss something?
the other thing was weird is whenever he went and told the guys, he wouldn't tell them what was wrong. He's like, he just told him, he's like, Logan's got a thing. He's okay. Can't tell you anything. He didn't say that, but he was like, why can't you tell him what's wrong? That was
one of the guys was like, is he good? Is he all right? And he was like, no, he's fine. But weird.
Go get some sleep.
So weird. So fucking weird.
Very bizarre.
Yeah. What?
Someone's got some feedback
What is
going
that?
on. Don't know. Anyone touching there? Whatever. Carry on. If it's an issue, we'll see to it. Yeah,
we'll fix it in post.
Yeah, can't believe this didn't happen last season. Honestly, unbelievable. No one got COVID. I mean, they're obviously traveling. So
true.
Yeah,
but
they didn't travel.
Was he in the sex dungeon? Everyone gets COVID there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm like, how is no one else getting it?
Yeah, the odds that just he has COVID seems almost impossible.
Seems low. It would only be him. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No.
Cancel the show.
Rigged, lying, not true.
Yeah.
Doesn't actually have COVID. Just didn't want to.
Oh, I think he's gonna come back or do something fucking weird.
For sure, coming back. They teased him and Jesse. He's gonna be like, "Hey, don't have COVID now. I'm still in this shit. Let me back in."
Yeah, I can't wait. I'm just gonna have the peace of him not on my screen for the next week or so, and we'll go from there.
Yeah. Yeah, kind of bizarre, really weird how they handled all that. I think we're poised for something crazy to happen. Anything more on Logan, or should we move on to Rachel's enthralling group date?
Just kind of an odd way they handled it. But yeah, we can move on. Everyone loves it. Me and Ethan, Rachel loves cheese, so I love cheese. It might be a long night, but we're gonna have to do what we got to do.
The reaction when the whole group's standing there and she says, "We're in the cheese capital of the world. Aren't you excited?" And they're all like, "Yeah, that's cool." If they knew it was like, oh, they did a sex dungeon. We are at Cheese
We're at
Town.
Cheese World. Yeah, brutal.
We get to lift some fucking cheese.
I will say I fucking love cheese.
Yeah, it's
they didn't eat any cheese, so that kind of defeats the purpose. I want to lift.
Yeah,
cheese.
they fucking squatted it.
They ate cheese.
I would be so goddamn pissed off if that's what we did for our date. Like the other dude did something fun. It's like, no, we're gonna work out. I'm gonna make you kill yourself for me. I think that is so. It made me not like Rachel. That is so fucked up to be like, come on, boys, fucking, do you want it? How bad do you want it? Make it fucking hurt. Ethan, you better fucking kill yourself so I can send you home.
Damn. Do you think if he would have held on and beat Tino, he would have stayed around?
No, it didn't matter. It's so stupid.
You have to wonder.
So
you think
my thing is,
he wonders?
Just fake effort as much as possible.
how much does one of those cheese things weigh? Because like you had like 4 of them on each side. You're telling me that it was that hard to lift that 2 guys were out like almost immediately?
Yeah, it didn't look. I don't know.
Big,
They must have
big
been heavy.
wheel,
They were big guys. They
wheel
were
of
big
cheese.
guys.
I don't know. I mean, they were fucking, pretty. I don't know. Probably pretty heavy, I guess. It did seem like at the end, Ethan just like kind of gave up when he could have gone on a lot longer, but I don't know.
Oh wow, that's tough for Logan. There was just a picture sent to our group, and
oh no,
if our editor wants to put it on the screen for the YouTube crowd, it is a tough scene.
Oh no, Wes, you could probably put it on the screen right now as we're recording.
How do I do that? Someone on Twitter said that he looks like Quasimodo, and now they can't unsee it, and now I can't unsee it. That is
damn. I wish our roles were flipped here.
How do I put it on the screen?
This I don't want to talk this out while we're doing this. He looks like Quasimodo. You understand. You get it. You've seen Hunchback of Notre Dame. You understand what we're talking about there. Yeah, he's got his eyes are farther apart than most people. That's just true. I don't know what to say.
It's like his mouth and how his mouth sits too. Like I hate.
Boy,
I hate
that
him.
is. Yeah, you really do.
You mostly hate him based on how he looks, which is the best
right.
part. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. He is kind of a fucking scuzzball too, but
yeah,
a little bit. You're right. There's every once in a while you'll be like, all right, I don't know. He's like okay looking, and then you'll just like catch a profile and you're like, oh fuck.
The guy's angles are unbelievable. Some angles he looks horrible. Other angles
like
yeah, he's pretty handsome. Jesus Christ. This whole date rubbed me the wrong way. I don't know. I don't like feats of strength as a date. Like that is so stupid to me.
What do you bench, bro?
Yeah.
Nothing. None. Like negative. Like
well, Tino
so
wins,
little.
Which he was worried like these guys look pretty big, but fucking little pipsqueak Tyler and Ethan, you can outlift them. You got that. And he won.
Yeah.
Whatever that means.
And Tino was kind of a douche in this too. He's like
is basically maybe a douche?
A little. I mean, maybe he's just a little, what I'm trying to think of the word. What's the word? He's just a little he tries to command the situation at all times. He thinks he's the man in charge. He's not passive. He takes what he wants and he manipulates the situation to his will. That sounds a little more negative than I wanted it to. Go ahead, Bobbie.
1 wheel of cheese weighs 20 pounds.
That's it?
I could do what they were doing. And
I want to say
by that.
At first they said it was 30 seconds. I don't know how long they held it after that, but if you held it for a very long time, I suppose it could get heavy. But like that's not that much.
How many do we know for a fact? How many they had on there?
4 on each side, and plus that like wooden thing that they were with the chains. Like I don't know how much that weighed, but
so it's like 160 plus whatever the thing is,
like 200 pounds.
Yeah, well, it's not that much.
No, that's not that much.
That's bizarre. Maybe it's heavy cheese. I don't know.
It's true. I mean,
maybe it's not even real cheese and it's just weights.
If you stood there for a while with it, it'd get heavy.
I mean, it'd kind of hurt. I don't know. I think me personally, I would just be like, I don't want to do this anymore.
I abstain. I will pass.
No, I'll just do it. I'll just God, it's so heavy. Yeah, no, I'm done. I'm not doing that anymore. That's fucking dumb.
I would like to eat the cheese.
Eat it.
Yeah,
make it lighter. You can just eat it.
If we do like a cheese eating competition, I'll dominate these bitches.
Ooh, true.
Yeah.
Okay, enough about the fucking cheese. So then we see their evening portion, and they're like, "Oh, it's so tense," and it didn't feel tense. It didn't look tense. That was weird.
Okay.
Yeah, that's like this season in a nutshell. It's like, oh, I'm so in love. Are you? Are you in love?
Because I'm having a hard time remembering your name.
Yeah, it seems like you guys are just like, acquaintances at this point almost.
Yeah.
I have a lot of sparks. It's like, oh, head over heels.
What? Who was
with who?
Was it one of
with her?
Was one of the guys that was like, oh wow, it's so tense in here. Or was it? I guess it had to have been.
It was one of the guys.
I don't remember who said that, but yeah, maybe because it was Avon and Ethan, I believe, that were talking about how they thought Tino was the front runner. They thought he had a really good day or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
So maybe it was one of them. But this is when Avon tells her that he's brought multiple girls home that at least one of his parents didn't like. That's when he brought this
Yes.
up. Was tonight. Was at the evening portion.
I am so intrigued to see Avon's hometown. Great producer pick for that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, feels like it's going to be a good one. There was one.
He's
I think they tried to.
so boring though too. Like he's kind of boring too. Like
all Rachel's guys are boring except for Tino. Tino showed some personality. He showed a little evil, a little dark side, which I like.
He's a real firecracker.
I feel like
actually feels like a real person.
Yeah, he seems like a real person. Like so, yeah.
And the big thing with that was we talked about already. He didn't get the rose, and he kind of threw a little bitch fit about it.
Yeah.
Which is, not a good look. I think he kind of called himself out on it and realized it. So the self-awareness is key there.
It was good. Yeah, it was good. Him and Ethan talked after, and that was, I think he did realize and like got to talk it out, which was good. I think he kind of realized he maybe was being maybe a triple B in the moment.
I kind of liked that we saw him kind of like off camera with like a glass of wine, like so Italian, being like, maybe I'm misreading this, like getting all sassy and all that. Like I was like, I don't know. I feel like we're hard on him because we're judging him against these other people that don't seem like real people, but like he seems like.
No, I thought it was good. I didn't think it was that. I mean, he was a little in the moment, maybe.
The thought process is fine and acceptable. The storming off is the part that is like a bitch move. Like,
did he storm off?
Yeah, he stood up immediately and walked out of the room. And the other guys were like, "What the fuck?"
And he said, as he was going, he gave like a half-ass, like, "Congrats, dude, for real, nice," and then like stormed off.
See, but at least Rachel wasn't still in there. I feel like if Rachel was still in there and he did that, then I would be like, all right, what the fuck we doing?
Well, yeah, that'd be even worse, but it's not like that makes this, good. And I still think Tina will probably win. I mean, maybe Zach will win. I don't think so, but Tina will probably still win. This feels like the same shit they did with Nate the other season. Like they're sowing doubt in the guy that everyone is the presumed favorite to win.
And what I was just going to say is that we were going to get to is that they kind of tried to paint Tino's hometown like ugly too. So they're like planting seeds like, oh, well, there's doubt. So yeah, very much Nate-esque from the previous season. Still think he wins too, for sure.
We'll see.
Anything else? Oh, I read on that Tyler tells her when they met that how it was tough for him to see Rachel with all the other guys. Like, you're like a month into this, like you.
Hey, Wes, don't be so.
Yeah, no, I think but there's different situations. You're on a TV show,
Yeah.
You know what you sign up for.
Mm-hmm.
You know what you sign up for.
Yeah. I don't know. I think that is a valid point.
Yeah, it would probably suck a lot. Maybe you should be able to hold on to the cheese a little more, and maybe you would have got the kiss from Rachel, Tyler. Maybe you shouldn't have been such a
fucking popcorn muscles.
Yeah, fucking nice
all show
loser.
No horsepower in that fucking engine.
True. Should have held on a little more. He would have got the smooch. He wouldn't have been upset.
Well, it is what it is,
They got the rose, so honestly. He won.
True. Who wins? It's true.
That was bizarre. Else? Don't really understand why he got that rose. That was out of left field for me. It was very surprising.
Producers were like, "Hey,
we need some drama for the last rose."
For sure.
Probably so.
Listen, Rach, you can't give Tino the rose every single week. It's going to be incredibly boring.
Exactly.
Yeah. Do you think so? I know you like Tino, and I know that we thought it was okay how he handled. Maybe not storming off, but like the emotion was warranted. But he feels so incredibly confident. He kept saying like how much he crushed it. He knocked it out of the park.
Yeah.
I'd be shocked if I didn't get the rose. Like, do you think even beforehand?
I didn't take it like that necessarily. I took it more as like he feels so confident in their relationship, not necessarily so confident in himself. is how I took it. But I mean, I might have rose-colored glasses on. Like,
I think you're probably right. I think so.
I think it's a little bit of both. I think he does think that he is better than these other guys and that he realizes that he is the favorite to win this and that he has a better chance to win it than the other guys. But also, I think he does actually have feelings and a strong relationship with Rachel. I think both are true.
Yeah, I think that's
both can be true.
Yeah. But he says he's doubting it now. He doesn't know if she's feeling the same way. I think she is.
That's tough. But if you think about it, he was making some valid points. He was like, oh, I was saying this and she wasn't confirming that back with me. And he's like, in the moment, like I heard what I wanted to hear and I wasn't like maybe listening to her enough. So I can't wait to hear their next conversation.
I mean, it says a lot of, I know. It makes some sense.
Yeah, I mean, you replay the whole conversation, you could hear everything. However, your brain is like, convincing you to hear it. If you could re-listen to any conversation, be like, oh, maybe that actually did go terribly.
Right.
Brain plays tricks on you, bro.
Oh yeah,
shit is tough.
100%.
Rose
Anything
ceremony?
else from there? Yeah, I don't. I wrote down the.
Are we really at the rose ceremony?
I think so.
Yeah, we had both group dates, both solo dates. Well, we had a whole group date cocktail hour basically got canceled.
It got canceled due to COVID.
Cut out some content, and we had to fill it with Logan content. That was just kind of like, this is weird, kind of awkward.
So rose ceremony, it was weird how it was cutting back and forth. I was getting a little confused.
I cannot fucking stand how vague and hard to follow what the fuck is going on in these rose ceremonies is. We need a little graphic that's like, this many roses. This is who's got the fucking roses. This is who's out. Tell me what the fuck's going on with Logan. So Gabby just has fewer guys? That doesn't make any fucking sense. How does that work? Explain.
I
Jesse,
write it down.
What the fuck is your job? Get the fuck out here and tell me what the fuck's going on.
Yeah, I try to write it down. I write like who has them going in to the, like it's just chaos. We've no clue. No clue what's happening.
No integrity.
No. It's so weird about like the Logan thing too. Like I wonder if it is like Gabby was told that he is not going to be there anymore, and then he tries to come back and like, I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, everything feels very vague. The rose ceremony was so anticlimactic. Like they tried to make it seem like, oh, is Tino gonna get the rose? Like fucking obviously Tino's gonna get a rose. Can we just move on?
Yeah, like Spencer and Ethan, just at the very first frame of the entire episode, I'd be like, they're going home. They're not gonna be around at the end. Yeah. Like when Ethan was doing that workout thing, I was like, oh my God, I feel bad for this guy. Like he just has zero chance to make it to the next round. Zero.
At this point, it's just like a quick audition for Paradise or like something, you know?
Yes.
Yeah, true. So obviously they don't address the Logan thing. If they do, just because he gets COVID, they just like boot him off the show. I know you don't like him. That seems pretty unfair. Like, I don't know what the answer is to that, but
well, I think it should be up to Gabby.
They can't pause filming for like so long and then just like, wait for fucking Logan. But yeah, maybe they'll leave it up to Gabby. I don't know.
That's what makes sense. Like, it's like, if we're actually trying to fall in love, do you actually think you're in love with Logan? Yes or no? If you say no, then he's off the show. If you say yes, he's on the show. Fucking Spencer, tough titty.
To not address that with like the first, Jesse goes to Gabby's room and is like, hey, Logan's got COVID. And then she's just like, okay. And they just leave.
What does that
mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
they're obviously, they're just so building up saving it for next episode, but they didn't really bring it up in the preview that much.
What if Rachel sabotaged him? She was like, found a crew member to give him COVID.
I like that. I like that.
Rachel
idea.
could be diabolical. I could see that.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. She's got a little crazy in her.
She seems a little spiteful.
Sometimes she's a little hard to watch.
Yeah,
I agree.
She wants a perfect prince of a man, but she wants to act like a little girl.
Yeah, it's just like a little like daddy issues. Not in like the normal daddy issue way where it's like your dad abandoned you. It's like daddy issues like daddy gave you too much and you still have like that little girl mentality is.
She acts like a 13-year-old a lot of times. She really does.
Right.
Like the stuff when she was like, "Oh, stop talking. Let's make out." You're fucking 28 years old.
Yeah.
Stop making out.
She was
grow the fuck up.
She was like, "We can talk later."
Ugh, like fucking no.
Right. How old are we?
There are people watching us. Stop.
How much can you make out? How much can you make out?
Yeah.
It's a fair question. Girl loves it. Girl loves it. Can't get enough. It's true.
Gal loves smoking face. Sucking face.
I will make it my mission next time. Well, it'll be weird because they're at hometowns, maybe. This one would have probably been better. I'm going to time our on-screen makeout time for our girl, Rachel. I'll report back to the pod.
She's got nothing to say. She's just sucking face.
So, okay. So, rose ceremony was boring. We get into the next preview. Brody, this is your time to shine.
Yeah, what do you
gotta tell us?
What's on your mind?
We've revealed that Zach's dad is a famous actor.
I missed it.
Patrick Warburton. I mean, he's not a famous actor, but he's an actor. Like,
I've heard that name.
David Puddy from Seinfeld is his dad, and he's the voice of Joe in Family Guy, the guy in the wheelchair. He's the voice of a million characters. If you like, I say Patrick Warburton, you're like, I don't know who that is. You Google Patrick Warburton, and you see the picture, like, oh, that guy. Yeah, I've seen him in a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
We just get the reveal that that's his dad.
Oh, are you sure that was him?
Yes, because I rewound it 3 times, and I was like, I didn't see that the way it is. And also his voice is like,
the voice is iconic, right?
It's if it's not his dad, he was there at his
not
family.
His dad.
Okay, well he was there for some reason at Zach's family thing, because I also clocked out. I was like, are they doing a little cross cut where this isn't actually who this is? But he was at Zach's family thing, so
maybe he's just trying to
a family friend,
stepdad, maybe
friend?
He's trying to impress her. Like, hey, look at this, check this out.
Okay, hold on. What's Zach's last name? I'll look that up.
Is it Warburton?
I know.
No.
Is his name not Zach? That was like, whoa, what the fuck is happening here?
I did not pick that up.
David Puddy's his fucking, I guess not his dad, but related to him, or like family friend.
Okay. That's one of the third. The third search on here is Zach Bachelorette dad.
Yeah, you take the whatever you do the Google data that line graph is shooting through the roof today.
Oh wait, no, that's a different Zach. This is Tasha's Zach.
What are we finding here, guys?
Okay, hold on.
Do we know this guy's last name?
No. Okay.
Yeah, I got it. It's Shawcross.
Yeah, Zach Shawcross. Okay, so I don't think that. I think you might have. I think they got you fucked up a little bit, Brody.
Well, I'm not crazy. Like, that is him, and he's in his hometown on the couch, and he's like, "Hey, I feel bad for the other girls." That's literally what he says. So,
Bachelorette contestant's firefighter dad has retirement locked up.
Is Jack Shawcross been Patrick Warburton? What's the $1 million question of the Bachelor? Shocking preview next week.
Here. Is Zach Shawcross from the Bachelorette Patrick Warburton's son?
Yeah, I think I'm reading the same thing you are.
He's related.
Indeed related, however, his connection is not likely to be anticipated. Swirling too early. Not his son. Zach is not Patrick Warburton's son. He is his nephew. Okay, there we go.
Sounds like an nephew.
Okay, well.
Uncle Pat coming in for the power move. I like that.
Call him a guy who seems like an incredibly interesting person. His nephew is the least interesting person I've ever met.
That's true.
He's probably just always had to like ride on those coattails, and like that's like a fun conversation to bring up. And like maybe he's just never learned how to get like extroverted.
Yeah. My other thought was, so he's like media trained. Like he understands how celebrities talk on television. So that's why he acts like a robot this whole time. Like he has an innate sense when the camera's on him. He's like, all right, I got to turn this on. Got to be fucking Joe Quarterback, the most down the middle, boring, nice guy. And the other thing I thought is like, is he trying to get an acting career off the fucking ground here? Is that the whole reason
That
he's
was
doing
what I
this whole
thought
thing?
when you brought that up. That's what I thought.
Is he, trying to show that he can be a leading man? He's like, it was all an act. Fucking look at this. Acted so well. This chick fell in love with me. That's probably not true. That's
I like that
conspiracy theory, but it's fun to think.
It is fun to think. I think that it's interesting. I wonder if he like brought it up and they just didn't like cut it in because they went to like the theater on their date. You would think that like that would get brought up somehow, but she was too busy smooching him.
Maybe he's probably been to a movie premiere, although I don't know how many movies he's actually been in. He's in a TV show.
Yeah, he's probably been in a couple. I don't know.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Maybe Zach's been on a red card before. Yeah.
There's an interesting wrinkle to Zach's whole.
Maybe he'll steal her away.
Oh, he's Kronk in Emperor's New Groove. Hello.
Oh yeah.
Is he really? Okay.
Yeah.
He's got a great voice, like an incredible voice,
unbelievable voice. Oh, he's in Men in Black. I mean, the guy's in.
He's a star.
Everything. He's been around. He's been doing this.
David Putty.
Let's go Devils.
Go Devils. Yeah. Go Devils. Anything else? Anything else from the? I brought up earlier, but we think that the Tino stuff. We're being tricked. We're being duped.
Yeah, I mean, there's probably going to be something with his parents next episode. This shit they cut in there was like, his dad said, "I just want to make sure you're the right person," and that was
what an asshole.
Like, yeah, I bet every other person's parents said that exact same thing. And then there was her walking out with him, and you hear a line that says, "I didn't think I was going to make it out there alive," but you don't see her actually saying it, so it probably was in regards to something else. So
yeah.
I think it's going to be nothing. It's going to be just like Nate's thing when they're like, "Oh my God, this is going to be an absolute disaster." And it was like, "No, this is pretty fun.
Pretty normal. Yeah.
These are all humans, so they're all pretty tame.
I'm excited to see it.
Like we said, though, it's only episode 6. I feel like I really don't know any of these guys. Usually you have a better feel for the people once you get to this point. You feel like you have some real info. But the other thing is that they're also like boring and like kind of, like we said, almost media trained, not really saying what they actually think, it feels like a lot of times.
Because usually I feel a little bit stronger about at least some of the people. Like I don't feel like any strong like drive to be like, I'm gonna be so pissed if Tino doesn't win. Like I don't feel that way.
Really don't.
You were like that with them. You were like that with Nate. I can't remember who else, but you were from the start. You're like, this guy's winning. I like him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
really
for sure. Tyler Cameron, I was the same way.
Yeah. I have no like strong feelings about any of these people. They're kind of whatever. I don't know.
It's getting.
That being said, buy or
go
sell.
ahead. Yeah, I was gonna say it's getting a little late for buy or sell because we're getting down to it, but we can.
I think maybe we just who's going home next week. Who do we think is going to win?
Yeah. So we've got for Rachel. We have. I think I have this right. She has 4 left. Zach and Tyler were given roses on the one-on-one and the group date, and then Avon and Tino were given roses following that.
It's going to be Avon or Tyler going home.
I think Avon. Avon. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, probably.
I'm trying. So we think Tino. I'm trying to think of a way that Tino doesn't win. Like I don't know. I guess it could just be an actual disaster at the hometown.
I think Tino has to win.
I think she does legitimately like Zach, though, from what it seems like. Yeah. And Zach, like, I don't know. He does
say all the right stuff. Like
he might be a little closer to what she actually wants.
He's telling her like he's safe. He's safe.
Yes, he's quote unquote perfect, basically.
Yeah. That's a good point. And he says all the right stuff. Tells her all the things she wants to hear. He might be right.
Okay,
like, Tino
might be right.
I could see a relationship with Tino not going well. He could very easily be like, fuck this, whatever, fuck. And whereas Zach seems a little more like, I'm willing to work it out. Let's be flexible.
She wants to be dominant, but I feel like Tino would definitely be the more dominant one. So it's definitely interesting. I don't know. Maybe
I think
because I think in a lot of the clips that we saw where she seemed like bitter and like kind of pissy, I think she had to have been talking about Tino.
No.
Yeah. So who knows what happens?
Probably because Tino's the only one that like has the balls to like ruffle any feathers with her. It feels like so that's like probably who she's talking about.
To the point earlier of her being daddy's little princess, that archetype of person typically does not like
maybe not a fit
on their bullshit.
Maybe not a fit.
True.
I think this was the first episode where I was like, maybe Tino won't win. This is the first episode I thought that. I had that thought at all that I thought it was even a chance, but obviously the producers wanted me to think that. So
yeah, I think you're being led. I think they're leading the witness here.
They are.
I'm going to still stick with my Tino pick. Been for Gabby, true since day one.
For Gabby, she has she didn't give out any roses, so she had a one-on-one with Nate and sent him home, and then canceled the group day. So she did not give out any roses pre-ceremony. So she gave out 3 to Jason, Johnny, and Eric. And Spencer goes home with Spencer's he's pretty much a 0. Seemed like a nice guy, I guess, but didn't see him winning whatsoever. And then Logan is kind of in limbo. She has 3, very conveniently. Gabby has 3 guys left, and Rachel has 4, and then Logan is in limbo. So wonder what's going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, Logan's not going to win. I don't know if they'll keep him around or not. I would guess not. If I had to make a prediction, he'll get an appearance, but will not get invited back into the competition. Would be my prediction.
Probably right.
I agree.
I think they leave it up to Gabby, and she's like, "You came over late. You had COVID for a week. I don't even like you. You got to go."
Who are you again? What's your name?
Quasi?
Yeah. You're the ugliest guy left anyway, so bye.
Quasimodo.
Gabby's guys couldn't handicap it a bit. No idea. An absolute coin flip between the 3 of them.
Honestly, fucking Johnny.
Don't sleep on Jason, though. Jason and her had great chemistry.
I was sleeping on Jason.
He's
really
definitely the nicest. He's
for sure
the sweetest of the 3.
I feel like it seems like the yin to her yang. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
Maybe. And Johnny would be the yang to her yang. Like they're very similar and kind of like.
I feel like Eric too.
Mm-hmm.
I think you don't think she would want someone more like that? I don't know. It's hard to tell, I guess.
Oh, she liked Nate so much, and he was a sweetie pie.
True. Good point.
But was he though?
Well,
true. Good. Another good point.
She's got bad vibe detection. I don't know. God. Yeah, I mean, Eric and Johnny are like almost the same person to me a little bit.
Yeah.
I
don't really like what's the what how are we distinguishing between those 2?
I would say that Eric, I don't know. I feel like we don't know enough about Eric.
Yeah.
No, it's Johnny is. I feel like Johnny has had, maybe it's just fresh in our minds. He's had back-to-back episodes where he's kind of been the shining star of her side of the show with his one-on-one, and then at the dominatrix.
Yeah.
So he's kind of been fresh in our minds. And Eric has he had a one-on-one? Has he had he just kind of like hanging around?
Maybe really early he did. That kind of sounds right. I could be wrong.
I can't remember.
Maybe not. But she definitely really liked him very early on and kind of has since. But
I don't think we've seen enough of him for him to win. I don't,
No.
Probably. If you think about it from like an editing standpoint, probably not.
So here's another thing. So if Logan's out, does she still have to send someone home next week other than Logan?
Do they cop out? Do they cop out and just have all 3 of them go? Because usually it's 3 people for the fantasy suite.
It all gets fucked up. Because if it's down to 2, what are we gonna? We're gonna do 2 fantasy suites, and then we're gonna do like another episode where it's those 2 again, and then they're gonna do a proposal. We're gonna do
I bet next
2
week,
nights of fantasy suites with both of them. Like it has to just be. It has to be all 3 of those are gonna make it through next week. I think.
I would agree. I think they do let Logan back in some capacity, and then Gabby just sends him home, and then it's a cop out for the episode, and he's the one that's eliminated. That would be my guess.
That would be good.
Of the 3 left, if they did just go forward with the 3: Eric, Jason, and Johnny. Maybe Eric, just because.
Yeah. I
we
think
just
Eric
haven't
is
seen a
next.
ton. Haven't seen much of the connection. She did like Jason. She does seem lately to be liking Johnny. I don't know.
Because don't forget, after her date with Jason, she cried to the camera to be like, I didn't know that I like deserved a love like this.
I think Jason's the safest of the 3. I think we all agree on that. I think Johnny is the most probable to fuck it up.
Yeah, he
could say something stupid,
yeah.
do something, and they'll be talking about, yeah, I've had sex with 275 women. You're like, oh, that's a bit of a red flag for me. I don't like that. That's like, how do you even have time to do anything but have sex? That's insane.
Sounds exhausting. I'll tell you, if you swapped Jason and Zach next episode, wouldn't notice. There's like robot, like kind of traditionally good looking.
Yeah, their personalities are shockingly similar.
Just like talking to a board.
We might end up with like some brother husbands at the end. They both just married the same guy.
Brother husbands. All right, that
sounds worse than sister wives.
Yeah. It does.
Yeah, it does sound a little more gross.
You know what's fucked up? Those couples that are twins that'll marry other sets of twins and like live together. How fucking weird is that?
You could just find other people, you know.
At some point, I think you just probably want to have sex with your sister. Probably, It's like what that comes down to a little.
Yeah,
deep down. I mean, come on. That's not. I mean, that's just. I don't think that's much of a leap.
No, I see it. I see the connection.
Okay, but think about it. An identical twin is like, it's like the same egg and everything that was just split. So like your DNA is the same, everything. So realistically, you would fall in love with someone and
who's an exact match.
Because it's like you're both the same fucking egg that was just split on accident.
Yeah, whatever.
Just saying.
It's still weird.
I think it's weird if they all live together. But I can kind of see like why they'd get married, because it's like, oh damn, they're compatible, so their siblings literally have to be compatible.
Yeah, I guess so. They don't have to have the same personality though.
Right, but like your genetic makeup does so much.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. Whenever you really lean into like, no, I'm going to be exactly like my twin. I don't. We're like, which is kind of what that is. You know what I mean?
Still matching? We're 30 years old. Why are you guys still fucking?
I mean, they're getting matching husbands. Like that's as much of a match as you can really have.
That's true.
Yeah.
Love is love, you know.
Yeah, do whatever weird shit you want. Weird. I'm gonna make jokes about it on my podcast because it's funny and it's fucking weird. But yeah, if you want to have sex with whatever or whoever you want, I don't give a shit.
What brought that up? I don't remember.
If you want to be a brother fucker,
brother husbands.
Yeah, brother husbands.
Anyway, pick a winner: Eric, Jason, or Johnny for Gabby.
Jason.
Wow.
It's got to be Jason and Tino. For me, I don't know if Tino will win, but if I got to pick, that's who I would pick.
If Nate didn't have a daughter, he would have won, I think.
I agree.
And I think Jason is the closest
Nate without a daughter.
For Nate. Yep.
What a little cock block that girl is.
Yeah, what a bitch.
He's really, it seems like on more than one occasion, really cramping his style.
I don't mean that. Respectfully to the young girl.
Yeah, if Nate's daughter's listening
to our
podcast.
If you just watch his face, like he knew when they sat down on that bench and she just started ugly crying in his face. He's like, this is so bad. And the look on his face when she was
the background
when she was saying it, so I wrote down that like it feels like he's had this conversation before. So like, yeah, the daughter, you're not into it. I get it. I know.
Yeah.
This is why I don't tell women about it.
It really fucks things up for me if I tell them. So I just don't.
Yeah.
That could be why.
2022, it's hard to lie about stuff like that. It's very difficult.
It's true.
Yeah.
That's the other thing I thought, like, people do it. I could not imagine trying to cheat on somebody in 2022. Seems
What a nightmare.
fucking impossible.
Oh, there's no way
it's
someone
not.
could get away with cheating on me. There's literally
well, you're a
No
psychopath.
shot.
You're a psychopath.
I don't even think you have to be that much of a psychopath. Like it
It's right
depends.
there.
Like if you live together with someone, I think it would be impossible almost.
No
but
shot.
If you're
I
like,
agree.
if you're like 17, I guess, and you're like, don't like, if it's like a more casual thing, maybe.
Tommy couldn't even propose to me without me knowing.
Yeah.
This motherfucker can't have a whole other life without me knowing. I sniffed that shit out. But also it's so different now too. Like, yeah, whatever. Like all of the apps and everything, like if he isn't even, I mean, this sounds a little psycho, but like if he's not even home yet, I'm like, normally he's home by now. I'm like, I tracked that little bitch.
Yeah. It's so easy. So easy.
And also, if the other person doesn't know that you're cheating, like it's so easy for the cheatee to just look it up and be like, oh, you have a girlfriend. Like that's very easy for me to look that up and figure out.
The cheat. I like that.
Like
the cheat.
What's your name?
The cheatee.
Yeah. Or I guess that would be, it's so easy to be like Bobbie Smith. Oh,
Some
girlfriend.
people,
okay. No, out. Fuck you.
But some people like enjoy that.
Is that your microphone, Wes? I think it has to be because you're not hearing it. You're getting like a weird static situation. Are you like touching your wire or something? You have like a cord that's ajar.
I might have hit it. Yeah, I might have hit it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Stop touching your wire, Wes.
Stop yanking your cord, Wes. Talking about
My
fucking
fault.
infidelity.
Anyway,
you're a freaky little
some guys and gals get off on that. They like being the as you said, the cheatee.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
think, this is getting into a whole other topic, but like there's some people who don't feel self-worth, and they're like, I don't deserve this person, so I'm going to cheat on them, so I have a reason to not deserve them, and all of that. So I mean, that happens a lot.
Some people
just like, I don't want to actually tell you I want to break up with you, so I'm just going to cheat on you, so that I don't have to have that conversation.
I've been there where I'm like, do I just cheat on this guy so I can like break up with him because I like didn't have a reason? I ended up just breaking up with him. I didn't cheat on him.
Oh, wait, you broke up with him or cheated on him? Sorry, what was that?
I broke up on. Yeah, I broke
very
up
big,
with him.
very big of you.
Text message.
I think it was when. Oh yikes! I think it was when Gabby and Nate were talking.
I would rather you cheat on me. Go on.
Yeah, she gave him. It's not you, it's me.
Yeah, and he said, "Don't say that."
How are we still saying that in 2020?
If it's anyone, it's me. Don't give me the "it's not you, it's me" routine.
It's not. It's not you. It's your daughter.
I mean, that's what she's saying.
I mean,
I do think we were right for saying it's a red flag to come on this show.
I called it the first episode
with a small kid.
Yeah,
and I think he was so nice and so sweet that we're like, what? A little too nice, a little too sweet, maybe.
Yeah. Pump the brakes on how nice you're being.
Unless the kid lives out of state. Yeah, unless the kid lives out of state and the mom only sends the kid off for like the summers or something. Like that is, in my eyes, the only way that this is acceptable.
Kind of seems like that might be what's going on there. It seems like he's not around the kiddo a lot.
When we found out that he had a kid and how Gabby reacted, it's just like you don't sign up for the Bachelorette and go into it with 30 prospects and be like, hopefully one of them has a kid. Like that would be ideal. There's like so many other, like it's just not going to happen. You're not going to pick.
The first time he ever posted his kid on his Instagram was literally July 28th.
Yikes.
Well, that explains how he was able to hide that he had a child from that woman for an entire year.
Yeah.
Oh, like the pit in my stomach that entire time, like the anxiety.
So
I'd just be like, this is just not worth it. It's just not worth it.
No, unless he just like didn't care about his kid too much and then he had like a breakthrough of some sort. I don't fucking know. Guys.
I am going to vote against that.
Convenient timing. As soon as you get on television, be like, I do love my kid now.
I am a good guy. I'm a good dad.
Look at this. Love her. She's great.
There's no pictures of him and her until she's like 6, but he's like, I love this little baby. Not looking good.
They were probably did have a lot in the whatever cataloged them or whatever you do whenever what is that called? When you like make your pictures private so people can't see them.
Archive.
Archive.
Okay,
There it
there you
is.
go.
Catalog, archive, kind of synonymous. Pretty
Same thing.
close.
All right,
See,
folks, I think
Ben Affleck and J-Lo are having a 3-day wedding. I don't even know what that means.
What the fuck?
That sounds fun.
they're already married.
Nah,
Yeah, but now they're going to party for 3 days.
They said they had their ceremony, and I just saw some headline. They're having a 3-day wedding ceremony after the fact somewhere else.
That's just that is fuck you, rich money. That's
being
so
rich
annoying.
would fucking rule.
Yeah,
I'm calling it. I bet it's going to be this. It's going to be like a fun, like welcome thing the first day. They're going to like go on boats and do all this. Saturday's ceremony, party, all that. Sunday, we're doing a fun little brunch. It's going to be elaborate. That's what it's going to be.
You're probably right.
Because everyone's probably traveling. So she's like, I have to host these people because they're traveling here for me.
Yeah. You're probably right. Being rich would be so sweet.
I feel like it'd be really cool if some celebrities did like a giveaway for just like one seat at their wedding. Like win a seat at my wedding.
How would you win it? Just like raffle that shit off, or maybe like
send a submission video. Why do you deserve to be
something for charity? You know?
Yeah, like you know how much money that would make for charity? Like sell them fucking giveaway tickets or like raffle for like $50 a pop. I would at least buy a couple, and it would go to charity.
What celebrity wedding would you want to have a seat at?
I would be so self-conscious if I went to J-Lo and Ben Affleck's wedding. The entire time, if I'm there by myself, it's just like, oh, who is this fucking shit?
Well, you get two. You get two, right? You get it.
I would think
who are these fucking Make-A-Wish kids at this fucking wedding? What is happening? Who let them in?
Or you just wedding crashers and you just make up some shit. You don't have to. They don't have to know.
That's true. Oh, I mean, you'd be able to see through it from a mile away. It smells like fucking broke in here. God damn. I mean, they can tell by the way I was dressed. Be wearing some fucking, you know.
Yeah.
The
giveaway would have to include like some sort of like you get access to like, you know.
Yeah, you get like a tailored suit and maybe like a dress. Yeah, that'd be. I fucking like this idea.
I do too.
Yeah, but I'm sure J-Lo and Ben Affleck are like, fuck that. No, I don't.
Yeah, but it would be nice PR for like a charity. You could raise a ton of money.
Oh, and you know how it would actually work. It'd be like you'd sign an NDA, they'd let you go, they'd take a picture, they'd shoot a little video, you'd be there 15 minutes, you'd be like, all right, get the fuck out.
Get the fuck out of my place, yeah.
Oh.
That's exactly what would happen. They would
no.
Well, if it's someone as famous as J-Lo and Ben Affleck, that would be what would happen. If it's, you know, Patrick Warburton's wedding, you'd probably actually get to go.
I
think J-Lo and Ben would let you party a little bit.
No shot.
But
you could just say that.
There,
you could just
but the people there, like Jeffrey Epstein caliber people are there. There's some people there that got some fucked up shit going on. We can't just have fucking muggles walking around at the J-Lo Ben Affleck wedding.
You got to sign an NDA, and you got to.
Yeah,
I don't know.
If they kicked you out, you can be video and shit. If they kicked you out, that would be a pretty bad look for them. I don't know if anyone would believe you.
Sign the NDA, you know.
Well, fuck that NDA. I didn't get what I was promised.
Sue you into oblivion. Yeah. Fuck you.
I would bring a contract too, and it would be contingent. I would say my contract is so contingent. On
Bobbie comes with demands.
Well, then they'd be like, yeah, no, you can't come in then. We'll just pick someone else.
And I would say, okay, well, I didn't sign this yet, so I will run you through the fucking media. You just ran a Ponzi scheme on this fucking charity event, bitch.
Oh my God.
I think my legal team versus Benefit's legal team, I don't think I'm winning that battle. I think my life would get ruined.
I don't have the facilities for that financially to hang with Benefer's legal team.
No, I don't think so.
I don't know. You know what? I know some powerful people, guys. My friend's a lawyer. I'm
trying to think of people that are not married like together that I'd want. I don't even know.
I feel like we could say any couple. Like we can even go past. You know,
any celebrity wedding would be fun because they're fucking rich.
But it'd be cooler if like, okay, so like rumor has it Harry Styles and Olivia Wilde are like engaged. If that's true, I want to be the Make-A-Wish kid at their wedding. 125 fucking percent. Because not only are you seeing them in their natural habitat, you're like seeing a famous person in person and all their friends and just a ton of other people. You could network the fuck out of anyone.
I stand in solidarity with my brother Jason Sudeikis. I will not be attending that wedding. So that's gonna be a no for me. I think it'd be fun.
That's getting
I'm a
pretty
fan
messy, it seems.
Oh, is it? I
messy.
didn't know that.
Didn't
Oh, yeah,
Sudeikis
Jason-
like he like served her like really publicly, like while she was like on set or some shit with
She
like
was
some
no.
Oh,
She was not
yeah,
on
something
set.
like-
She was literally presenting an award at like a thing, and she was giving a speech about like why this movie is important to her, and she literally got served with fucking custody papers.
Jason, that's a bad look.
Yeah,
That's a
and
bad
the
look,
court
buddy.
the court is now in Olivia's favor because he wanted to keep the kids in New York and Olivia wanted to keep them in LA and then possibly travel occasionally over to London. And the court has deemed the children's home as LA, so the LA court system now takes over the battle, which I'm like, dude, that's proof enough to say like your kid's home is in LA.
Have you guys ever seen the movie Marriage Story? This sounds like the exact plot to that movie.
No way.
I have.
Yeah, kind of is. That's kind of bizarre.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Good Adam Driver, ScarJo.
Really awesome. Really
Good
awesome movie.
flick.
I would like to soften my stance in support of Jason Sudeikis based on new information. And while I don't support the wedding of Harry and Olivia, I would like to soften my stance the other way.
I do not support, let me just be very clear. I do not support the wedding of Harry and Olivia. I'm saying that I would want to be there, not in support.
Okay.
I
That
would
makes
be
sense.
the I object.
I think.
Can I tell you, they're probably already married. You know, a wedding that I bet would have not been fun and been a little bit insufferable? Chrissy Teigen and John Legend. Pass.
Oh
fuck
my
that.
God.
She's the worst.
She absolute worst.
She stinks. Oh.
Yeah.
And John, her husband doesn't really seem like much of a great time
He's a
either.
baby
He probably...
back bitch.
All right. Triple B.
Yeah, I'm looking for some.
I think Justin Timberlake is cool. He married Jessica Biel. I think that would have been fun.
No, Justin Timberlake gives me bad vibes.
Mm-hmm.
I've said that from the get-go.
Ooh, you know who?
I like him.
It seems like I've heard nothing but good things. It seems like a nice guy who I would think would just be impossibly famous so they couldn't be a normal person. George Clooney seems like a super chill dude. I bet him and his gal.
Okay.
I mean, she's not really famous though, but or is she? I don't think she is.
She's like a model. She's like a foreign model. I don't know where she's from.
No, yeah.
Like a Brazilian.
Will Smith and
model
Jada Pinkett, that probably was interesting. Interesting, if nothing else. If not, and probably not fun, but certainly.
No, I wouldn't want to go to that.
I would really enjoy going to any Kardashian Jenner wedding only because that shit has to be wild.
Yeah, no phones.
Probably.
Security out the ass.
Yeah, like they're so famous and like everything is so like kept under wraps. So
did we talk? I think we talked about it, maybe not on the show. Did we talk about Kim and Pete on the show?
No, we never did.
How's that go? Are they? Heard they were. Maybe I heard maybe Kanye and her's getting back together. I heard maybe her and Pete's getting back together. I don't follow it that much, except what shows up randomly on my Twitter. But it seems like a mess.
I have some theories.
Lay them on me.
So Chloe is very like. The media kind of scares her when it like breaks about her specifically because of all the trysts and stuff and all that. So Pete and Kim announced their supposed breakup like 2 hours before Chloe announced that her baby was born to like kind of take some of that heat off of her. So I think that it's literally impossible to say that Kim and Kanye are ever going to get back together. I do not believe that because like they would not air Kim kind of like talking poorly about Kanye because he's such a like force to be reckoned with. I don't think that would ever happen. But I don't know. I was very disappointed that Pete and Kim, Keat, if you will, were broken up.
I'm like certainly not torn up about it. I don't really care, but I feel kind of bad for Pete, but he'll just like bounce back. He's can't lose.
I don't feel bad. Lose. I mean, how old is Pete Davidson? He's like 30 years old. Like, you don't.
30-ish.
The Kardashian life is not an easy life.
Yeah,
you
it's
want
probably
like,
for the better. Probably for
perfect,
the better.
perfect. You got to see it. You got to live it. You got to like cosplay being a Kardashian for like 8 months.
Yeah,
And
you're
you
probably
don't want
right.
to keep doing it. Look at all. No offense to the Kardashians, or maybe I don't fucking Kardashians. I don't give a fuck. But like all these men, none of them really seem to come out the better on the other end of this. Some of them were probably not great guys going into it.
Yeah.
But
Lifestyle's not for the faint of
Lamar
heart.
Odom, Kanye West, etc.
Tristan.
Maybe they all kind of had their issues going into it, but they all seem to completely lose their fucking minds by the end of it.
We'll see. I think that a lot of them were crazy to start with, but I will be very intrigued to see how Kim's love life plays out. Mama is just living.
Did we confirm if he proposed or not? Do we know that?
We did not confirm that.
That's the rumor, though.
That's alleged. Yep.
Like, whenever I heard Pete was dating Kim Kardashian, I was like, what in the fuck? And every time he's dating someone new, that's my thought. Like, Ariana Grande, he went to Kate Beckinsale, and then someone else, I think. And like, so my thought is, let's get the absolute most batshit conspiracy of who Pete Davidson could date next.
I mean, there's nowhere to go. Like Kim K
Martha
is like
Stewart.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like, that's not that crazy.
He has a tattoo of her, right? That's the connection, right? Didn't he have a tattoo of her? Or, no, maybe that's somebody else. No, that's Hillary Clinton. Sorry.
Oh.
He has a tattoo of Hillary Clinton.
That would be
hilarious. Electric.
Here's one. Jennifer Aniston. Once he gets Kim, he can get anybody.
It's true.
Everything is on the table. Anything is possible.
3 years ago, that guy dating Ariana Grande, no fucking chance. That guy dating Kim Kardashian, zero way in hell. Why not?
5 years ago, if I told you Pete Davidson was going to be fucking sending Instagrams to Kanye West from Kim Kardashian's bed, tell him to like pull up, you'd be like, no, that's not going to happen. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
He's like a C-list celebrity. And now he is like the A-list of A-list celebrities.
Yeah, I feel like Kim Kardashian is like probably one of the most famous women in the world, right?
Mm-hmm. I don't know. There's nowhere to go. There's nowhere to go up. Like it would be lateral.
So I could almost see him dating like a normie, like someone who's completely not famous after this.
That would be the swerve.
Or he could date a guy. I think that's the only thing that could be more shocking than him dating Kim Kardashian.
Damn. That's spicy.
I know. And I kind of like it. Get him on Jason Sudeikis. Come on. Let's turn these boys little
Jesus Christ.
Blurred lines, baby.
Halle Berry, thoughts?
Isn't she married?
I don't think so. Maybe.
So is Kim. Maybe not at the time. He was laying groundwork when they were married.
I'm just looking at this. Is so weird that I googled famous single women and there's like actual lists. That's bizarre. Game of Thrones girl, Emilia Clarke. That's within the. Haley Steinfeld. That seems like an actual thing that might happen. That seems like a.
Emilia Clarke's like not in the public eye. Like she's not like super famous. Like obviously from the show, she was one of the stars, and like she's not as much.
Doesn't wield her fame.
Yeah, but she's about to have that new show drop, so you have to think strategically for Hollywood.
There may be a little publicity. What about let's see, Paris Hilton? She married?
She's married.
Unlucky.
Just got married.
Selena Gomez. That tracks.
Ooh, that would be.
I mean, Ariana Grande. It seems like that's kind of you got a type. They're kind of in the same archetype of gal.
Yeah.
Oprah Winfrey. Anybody?
Oh my God. Yes.
I'm pretty sure Oprah's gay.
No, the other one.
She was married to a man.
Gail's gay, right?
Well, I think that it was always the thing, like Oprah's friend Gail, and it was like, it's when your lesbian mom's like, oh, I just live with my friend Becky, and it's like, no, that's your girlfriend.
I had a situation like that with one of my aunts.
She's got a husband, but
she lived with her coworker.
Yeah.
Damn, seems like
Type-
she's been with
type
this
of
guy
deal.
forever.
Okay,
Wow.
so not her.
Dude, Oprah's in love. Don't fucking
Here we
fall for
go.
Oprah.
Here we go. Michelle
How dare
Obama.
Oh, that would be
Michelle
spicy.
Obama. Michelle Obama is so in love. Are you kidding? No.
Maybe. Till Skeet comes with that fucking
Skeet.
9.5.
Skeet. Who else,
Skeet,
man?
I love that name. I think that it's got to be something like crazy.
Maybe Machine Gun Kelly and Megan Fox have a falling out, and he goes for Megan Fox.
I
No,
fucking
that's
hate
too
Machine Gun
predictable.
Kelly.
Me too.
I think Megan Fox despises Machine Gun Kelly.
I think so too. I think she's sucking the life out of him.
Good. Fuck that guy.
What
I
about
know, he's the worst.
Yeah, he really is.
what about Lindsay Lohan?
Oh, that would be great. No, we don't. Lindsay should heal. We don't need her back in the public eye.
That's true.
Selfishly,
Amanda
I want it,
Bynes?
but
It's probably Blair. Oh, let's talk about a batshit duo there.
That would be crazy. That would end in a domestic dispute.
Ooh. Yeah, it would. Yeah, it would. Not sure which way. Not sure which way either.
he would get
No.
the shit kicked out of him.
Oh, yeah. Meryl Streep. I'm just naming like literally the most famous woman in the world.
She's not married?
I
No,
don't
I
know.
don't
Probably,
think so.
yeah. She's not.
She was married a while ago. Her husband died of cancer. She probably has been married a few times.
R.I.P.
That was like
R.I.P.
in the 70s.
All right. Last
really
one.
old.
Sarah Palin. It's my last one.
Sarah Palin couldn't even get on the phone with Pete.
Hold on. I actually have a good one.
I have another one too. Go ahead.
Melania Trump.
Oh, that might be my favorite.
That might be my favorite too.
Favorite.
What about like
Did
what
he
if
be
he goes?
texting Donald like, I'm in your bitch's bed?
Yeah. I don't think Donald would handle that well. What about?
It's got a very small penis. People are saying it's the smallest penis they've ever seen.
I've heard from
It's so small you can't even see it. You might not even have a penis.
Many people are saying.
Many are
They
saying.
say, "Look at this guy."
They go in this
What if he goes? What if he goes
"Go to
across
this
the
room."
pond and he goes for a royal? Who's the guy Harry? Or who's the girl Harry's with?
Oh,
Meghan,
They're like,
Markle?
she's in
they're like
Canada.
they're like excommunicated now, right? They broke
Yeah.
off.
Oh yeah, that's true.
But who's the other one? There's the other son, and he's also married. But
Yeah, William's married
yeah.
to Kate. They have like 100 kids.
and Harry and Harry and
They have
Meghan
They have
are
3
I
kids.
don't know, whatever. Royal
Yeah.
family, that's a weird thing.
There's no.
Don't get that.
Yeah, we don't.
We
need
could
to
do a
get
whole
into that, but
podcast
that
on
is
that. I don't.
The most
Yeah.
bizarre shit of all time.
Don't even get me started.
But there's not a bigger power move than stealing the wife of the King of England. So something to consider,
Jeez.
Skeet. Something to
Keep
consider.
going
Skeet.
higher. Does like Kim Jong Un have a lady?
Yeah.
fucking. How high
Yeah.
can fucking Pete climb this ladder?
Well, who's the fucking?
Here's the thing. He's the point. He's like, I climbed Everest. There's no more challenges left. I gotta like do it with no ropes now. I gotta like
Putin has
free
a wife?
solo the shit.
Putin. Yeah, I'm saying Putin. That'd be the ultimate cuck. You just you steal Putin's girl. Whew.
Hey, petition, let's get Skeet printed on money. I won't rest until Skeet is printed on money. Here's a
Jesus
Skeet
Christ.
buck.
$69 bill.
Skate buck. Huh.
Yeah, that's
Great.
pretty dumb.
What an
Good times.
amazing,
Good times.
amazing rap, you guys.
Yeah, it's been fun. We'll be back later. We gonna do Hard Knocks, Brody? Probably do that again
Yeah.
on release it on like Thursday. That was a lot of fun. Shout out Dan Campbell. Sometime later this week we'll watch Hard Knocks and do another episode on it. And we'll be back for Hometowns on next Monday. We'll release it on Tuesday. We'll be back to talk it then. So thanks for listening. Like, subscribe, do all the stuff, and we'll see you next time.
Peace.
Bye.